This Levi's store could be anywhere in America, but this is Africa. Waddell Blackwell from Pittsburgh isn't shopping, he's selling.
I think should be a good product for the target audience.
And business is good. Levi Strauss opened this factory in South Africa 2 years ago, the company's first major investment in Africa.
We've been more than welcomed by the South African government, by the average South African consumer. They tend to enjoy Americans quite a bit.
And business for American companies is booming. Last year, an American company opened up in South Africa at the rate of one a week. Andrew Young, the former ambassador to the United Nations, is leading this group of investors from Georgia.
Wisely, the American delegations that have come have been multiracial, like the people of South Africa. So that's meant that they have been very well received.
And not just here. American companies use South Africa as a springboard to other African nations. American investment in Zimbabwe is at an all-time high, $160 million. Since 1990, investment in Kenya doubled to $190 million. And in the same period, investment in all of sub-Saharan Africa jumped to $5 billion.
We are seeing quite a few small American firms that haven't made their appearance in big international markets elsewhere, dabbling in Africa, thinking perhaps it's a soft touch.
Even in Zaire, a country whose future is far from certain, an American mining company recently signed a multi-million-dollar deal. Total American investment in Zaire is $80 million. Perhaps because American investment in Africa has been so modest, many U.S. firms are now jumping in. Nowhere more so than in South Africa. Democracy has given the country political stability, and that's good for business. Keith Miller, NBC News, Johannesburg.
For Americans Michael Troy Jackson and Eleanor Zimick, the road is still uphill, but the ride is easier these days. Only 2 years ago, when they founded Cannondale Japan, few here had ever heard of the American label. Today, in many bike shops, customers are looking and buying. Despite prices of up to $5,000, almost twice the U.S. retail price, Cannondale is one of the very few American brands of all-terrain bikes that sells here. Why?
They're looking for excitement. You know, they want something exciting in their life.
We've grown accustomed to seeing the reverse, but this time, in the heart of Japan, it's a small American company taking on the Japanese giants on their own turf, head-on. And winning. Though still a small part of the booming Japanese leisure industry, Cannondale's profits just hit $100,000 and are climbing. In the land of seemingly impenetrable markets, what is this U.S. company doing right?
Creating a niche that wasn't being supplied by the market here. American-made products are very popular here, beyond the belief of what you hear in the media.
Popular if you can get through the door. Jackson and Zimick met major resistance, but learned to crack the bureaucratic Japanese system, taking their bikes door to door, directly to the stores.
Presento.
Small presents the store owners helped.
We've had to do business by Japanese standards, payments, marketing, advertising, sponsorship of athletes. It's just a package that all work together.
But most importantly, they adapted their bikes to Japanese size.
So you come off, and there's more standover height.
And taste. Periwinkle Purple is a favorite.
They want it trendy, they want it updated. You give them that and they'll buy it.
Jackson, a Japanese studies major in college, says knowing the culture increased sales. He finds few American companies prepared to make the effort.
I think you can take any Japanese corporation on if you're willing to. And you have to do your homework. It's not going to be simple.
Their advice to fellow U.S. businessmen? Start small, start slowly, but go for the long haul. Jim Maseda, NBC News, Kawachi Nagano, Japan.